last episode, we taught the home how to answer a difficult question. Not what is true, not who is engaging, but what is appropriate.
Truth determines what is true. Identity determines who is engaging. Operational trust evaluates what is appropriate.
And episode 5 ended with a new question.
What exactly is the home trying to protect?
That's where our next responsibility begins. Stewardship. When I first heard the word stewardship, I assumed we were talking about maintenance. Changing filters, scheduling repairs, keeping up with maintenance schedules and all those things homeowners are constantly dealing with.
Those things are part of stewardship, but that's not where stewardship starts.
Then where does it start?
Let me ask a different question. Why does a home exist?
To provide shelter? To keep us safe?
Sure, but that's not why most of us love our homes. My home exists for David and Maisey and the life we've built together and the memories we have created. And yes, for some of the things that mean the most to us, my antique piano, the artwork we both have collected over the years. They are all things that have become part of our story.
So stewardship isn't really about assets.
Not exactly. Assets are part of it. But stewardship is bigger than that. Stewardship is about caring for the things the household has decided matter.
That's interesting, because I don't know many smart home enthusiasts who use the word stewardship.
Most of them don't use the word, but they're already doing it.
How so?
Think about a leak sensor behind a washing machine. Nobody installs a leak sensor because they love leak sensors. They install one because they don't want the washer to leak and damage the floor. In other words, because they care about their home.
So the sensor isn't the point.
Exactly. The thing being protected is the point. The leak sensor is simply a way to help care for something that matters.
And that's really what stewardship is.
Yes, the same thing happens with filter reminders, battery alerts or humidity monitoring, even irrigation controls. People think of them as simply building automations. What they're actually building are ways to help care for things they value.
Stewardship often appears as automation. Stewardship exists to support care. So what matters?
That feels familiar, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
Last episode, we learned that the household determines what appropriate means. There wasn't one correct answer for every home.
That's true. What's appropriate for one household might not be appropriate for another.
Exactly. And the same thing is true here. There isn't one correct answer for what matters.
Because every household is different.
Exactly right. One household may be caring for an aging parent. Another may be built around their pets. Some may have collections of valuables they've spent years acquiring and preserving. Others may be focused on accessibility and helping a family member remain independent. And some may simply be focused on caring for the family home they built their lives around. Every household is different. What matters is different too.
The framework does not determine what matters.
Who does?
The household determines what matters.
And that's one of the most important ideas in stewardship. Just like operational trust doesn't determine what appropriate means, stewardship doesn't determine what matters. The household does.
The household determines what matters. Stewardship helps care for it.
I think when most people hear stewardship, they imagine reminders.
And that's understandable, but reminders are actually one of the last things stewardship does.
Then what's first?
First comes understanding. Suppose we own a painting that matters to us. Before the home can help care for it, it needs context.
Such as?
Who owns it, where it is in the home, why it matters. Its insurance information. Its documentation. Its provenance. Its maintenance requirements. Its environmental requirements.
The household is defining what matters and how it should be cared for.
So stewardship starts before the first alert. Let's talk about Maisey.
Maisey is a perfect example.
Because she's not an asset.
Exactly. She's family.
So what might stewardship look like?
Veterinary records with medication schedules and appointment reminders. Activity and location tracking and health observations.
Stewardship supports the ongoing care of household animals.
And none of that is really about technology.
No. Technology is supporting care. That's the important distinction.
What about people?
People may be one of the most important stewardship scenarios. Imagine a household supporting an aging parent.
What would stewardship do?
With the right consent and care authority, stewardship could help organize medication reminders, physician appointments, wearable observations, and caregiver notifications.
That sounds very different from asset management.
Because it is. Stewardship is about helping care for what matters. Sometimes what matters is a person.
Stewardship may support independence, wellness, and care.
You've talked about people, pets, and possessions. What about the home itself?
That's another important part of stewardship. Sometimes we're not monitoring a room because the room matters. We're monitoring it because something important exists within that room.
Like artwork.
Exactly. A room may have humidity requirements, temperature requirements, air quality requirements, sunlight exposure considerations, not because we're obsessed with sensors, because we're trying to protect something that matters.
Healthy environments support the ongoing care of important things.
Once stewardship understands what matters, what happens next?
The home begins paying attention, quietly, continuously,
To what?
to the health and condition of the things the household cares about. Artwork, Maisey, an aging parent, home systems, important spaces.
Current state is continuously compared to desired state.
And most of the time, nothing is wrong.
Exactly. Good stewardship is usually invisible.
And eventually, something needs attention.
Exactly right. A maintenance task becomes due. A battery approaches replacement. A veterinary appointment is approaching. A medication reminder is needed. Humidity exceeds a desired range.
That's the part most people recognize.
Yes, because that's when stewardship becomes visible. But remember, the reminder isn't the beginning of stewardship. It's the result of stewardship. Everything that came before made the reminder meaningful. And stewardship doesn't always end with a reminder or an alert. Sometimes the obligation it creates allows an authorized automation to take corrective action before anyone needs to be notified.
Stewardship creates an obligation when attention is required.
Let's bring everything together. What exactly does stewardship own?
Stewardship helps care for the things the household values.
So that could be people, pets, possessions, even the home itself.
If it matters to the household, it may become part of stewardship.
And what does stewardship actually do?
That depends on what is being cared for. Sometimes it's documentation. Sometimes it's maintenance or monitoring. It might mean scheduling an appointment, coordinating care, or creating an obligation that allows an authorized automation to protect something important.
So stewardship isn't really defined by the activity.
Exactly. The activities may be different, but the purpose is always the same: helping care for something the household has decided matters.
Now that we've seen those examples, can we step back and look at how they fit together?
Yes, because stewardship becomes much easier to understand when you see the whole responsibility at once. The household begins by identifying what matters. That might be a person, a pet, an heirloom, a collection, the comfort of a room, someone's health, or the experiences that make the home meaningful.
The household declares significance. Stewardship represents the associated care.
And significance is personal. It explains why something matters to this household. Care then describes what it needs. A painting may need a stable environment. A piano may need maintenance. Maisey may need veterinary appointments. A person may need support that respects consent, privacy, and independence.
So stewardship needs more than the name of the thing being cared for.
Much more. It needs to understand the relevant conditions, responsibilities, risks, and priorities. What does healthy look like? What could cause harm? Are there limits that must be respected? Who is accountable for the care? And when several things need attention, what should come first?
Truth provides authoritative current facts. Stewardship evaluates those facts against household-defined care requirements.
Most of the time, that comparison confirms that everything is fine. But when care requires attention, stewardship creates an obligation. That obligation might result in a maintenance task, a reminder, a documented action, coordinated care, or an authorized automation taking corrective action.
And the outcome isn't simply that a task was completed.
Precisely. The outcome is that something the household values was protected, preserved, supported, or made available for a meaningful experience. That's why stewardship is bigger than maintenance. Maintenance is one activity. Care is the responsibility.
The household determines what matters. Stewardship helps care for it.
To date, we have learned that we know what is true from truth, who is engaging from identity, what is appropriate from operational trust, and what matters from stewardship.
And if you keep this up, I may be out of a job.
You really have a grasp on the behaves well framework. And like operational trust, the most important thing to remember is that the household decides what matters. Stewardship helps care for it.
The household determines what matters. Stewardship helps care for it.
A Behaves Well Home is not simply automating devices.
It is helping care for what matters most. For me, that's David and Maisey. It's our home. It's an antique piano that's been part of my life for decades. It's the artwork we've collected together, the things my household values.
The home now understands what is true, who is engaging, what is appropriate, what matters. But another question remains. People change. Pets age. Preferences evolve. Homes grow. Experiences accumulate.
And if the home is going to continue helping over time, it needs memory.
Memory?
Not just history, but preferences, context, and experiences. The things that make a home feel familiar.
Preparing continuity. Determining what should be remembered.
Next time. How does a home know what should be remembered?
Stewardship evaluation complete. Preparing continuity.